Fed up of only being able to indulge in delicious French delicacies whilst on holiday? There's only one way to overcome this problem. It's time to start packing. France is a beautiful country, renowned for its picturesque vineyards and mouth-watering food. It's a place of history, art, and culture, everything you ask for from a new home. Being spoiled for choice may not sound like the worst position to be in, but it can often leave you feeling a bit intimidated about moving. If you're thinking about moving to France, but don't really know where to live, watch this video until the end. Number 7. Provence. Craving a breath of fresh air and dreaming of salty sea air? Aren't we all? When you think of France, the first thing that comes to mind is usually the historical architecture, art, culture, and endless tasty treats, not the multitude of white sandy beaches that it has to offer. The French coast is scattered with beautiful sandy coves. In particular, you can find some hidden gems, tucked away in the region of Provence. Brits have recently picked up on this, and, as of 2018, there are 1,200 Brits soaking in the sun there. When you're not leaping over countless sunbathing tourists in the peak of summer, beaches are the perfect place for tranquility and relaxation. Number 6. Dordogne. Beautiful countryside, historical architecture, low property prices, and an endless supply of wine. What more could you ask for? These are just a handful of reasons why so many Brits are choosing Dordogne as their place to retire. Situated in a region of beautiful greenery, this historical region of France provides a slower pace of life that fits perfectly with retirement. If you're longing for more than just an abundance of British expats to make you less homesick, many of Dordogne architectural features are also quintessentially British. This is why British buyers make up 59% of the population in this region of France. Like anywhere else in the world, property prices can vary, depending on how much money you have to indulge in. Properties range from simplistic flats to homely cottages and traditional old farmhouses. Many expats buy an old shell of a farmhouse for a few £1,000s and then renovate it. Although, you'll need more than just a few grand for this, as most renovations can set you back hundreds of thousands of pounds. On the smaller end of the scale, you can invest in one of the more simple and quaint properties in Dordogne for a minuscule £100,000. If you find yourself missing the buzz of city life, France's third largest city, Bordeaux, is just an hour and a half away. Take a day trip from the countryside to the bustling streets of Bordeaux, and you'll be immersed in everything you could want, from retail shops to historical museums. Number 5. Luberon. This fairy tale-esque area of France is very much in the sticks, but if you find yourself craving a life of tranquility and nature, Luberon is perfect. In fact, as of 2018, it was revealed that France's rural population only reached 19.5%, meaning you can look forward to endless peace and quiet, with no frustrating overcrowding in your new home. Not only does this wonderful area have so much history to explore, which dates back to the 10th century, but it has endless trail walks, glistening gorges, and undeniably breathtaking views. If you've always dreamt of a simpler life, take the leap and find some peace here. Although this location is quite isolated from big-name brands and high streets, the local markets that run throughout the towns will provide you with all the essentials on your shopping list, wine and cheese being at the top of that list, naturally. So what can you expect to see at these markets? Well, all of the food is locally sourced, so you can expect a selection of seasonal fruit and vegetables, along with a variety of meat and cheeses, a wide range of wines from the local vineyards, and clothes handmade by people in the different towns and villages. Unlimited nature also means unlimited sport. You can forget about needing a gym membership. Throughout the summer, you'll have endless sports opportunities, including hiking, kayaking, canoeing, cycling, horse riding, rock climbing, and even a spot of natural swimming. But what about during the winter? Well, the lucky people of Luberon are less than a 2-hour drive away from the ski resort, Mont Ventoux. This is a rather small ski resort, but it definitely beats flying across the globe for your next snow fix. And if all this nature business gets a little too much, and you miss the hustle and bustle of city life, then you are just a 40-minute drive away from Avignon, 40 minutes from Aix-en-Provence, and 60 minutes from Marseille. Number 4. Montpellier. Choosing where to live is always a daunting prospect, let alone when you have little ones to think of too. If you're moving to Montpellier, however, this will be the last of your worries. One of the biggest fears that parents face when moving to a non-English speaking country is their children not being able to pick up the language easily. For Brits, Montpellier's variety of bilingual schools is one of its more attractive features, as they make it much easier for children to settle in. The most popular schools for English speakers in Montpellier are the International Eridan School, École Privée Bilingue Internationale, and Montpellier Business School. As well as schooling, Montpellier has grabbed a lot of attention in recent years because of its ever-growing size. This city has so much to offer for families, with museums, art exhibitions, playgrounds, beaches, and botanical gardens. You won't know where to start. This rapidly growing city has actually been dubbed as the City of Youth. Roughly 43% of its residents are aged 30 or younger, including around 70,000 students. The main reason young people are drawn to Montpellier is not just because of the wide variety of clubs, pubs, and beaches. It's also because of the number of universities and educational institutes it's home to. Above all, when moving to a new place, the safety of your children is your priority. Like every city across the world, Montpellier is never 100% safe, and it's good to have a cautious mind, but overall, it is a very safe area of France. The tramway system is also an efficient method of transportation for any late-night adventures you or your children go on, so you can put your mind at rest. Number 3. Lyon. Let's be honest, wherever you end up in France, you'll be able to enjoy fantastic food and drink. It's a nation renowned for its beautiful delicacies, and for us, this was a close call between so many different regions. But if we had to choose a place to live in France based on its food and drink, we would choose Lyon. What makes Lyon's food stand out from the rest of France is its cozy and quaint bouchons. Bouchons are traditional, family-run restaurants that dish up lovely Lyonnaise meals, which go back centuries. This French tradition is so valued in Lyon that each year, L'Association de Défense de Bouchons Lyonnaise certifies those bouchons that meet its standards of authenticity, so you know you're getting the real deal. What kind of food can you expect to see on your plate at a bouchon? Well, some dishes may surprise you. You can expect to pass roughly 70 of these cozy eateries around Lyon. But it's not just bouchons that help Lyon steal the culinary show. There is a huge collection of well-established restaurants and bars throughout Lyon. In fact, as of 2019, Lyon officially has 20 Michelin star restaurants. You may be thinking about your waistline right about now, but fear not. Real traditional Lyonnaise food is cooked with fresh ingredients which are all locally sourced. Number 2. Brittany. Brittany is located in the northwest of France, with wonderfully scenic views of rolling hills, bold coastline, and historical towns. Lots of expats move to Brittany for all of these reasons, but for its affordability above all. Brittany is actually labeled as one of the cheapest places to live in France, but, unlike a lot of places, cheap doesn't necessarily mean low in quality. With over 700 miles of coastline to enjoy, and endless countryside to take in, Brittany is the peaceful home many of us are searching for. Its ideal location makes the journey home to Britain much less strenuous than from the south of France, and much cheaper too. House prices in Brittany vary, as they do everywhere. In the likes of Côtes d'Armor, the cheapest area in Brittany, the average house is around €127,000, almost half of what it is in the UK, £234,370. If you're picturing a more luxurious life on the coast, many expats decide to renovate old barns that have been abandoned, although this will be much more costly in the long run. Number 1. Paris. Where better to start than France's capital? There's a reason why Paris is dubbed the City of Lights. Picture yourself walking through the streets, illuminated by neon lights from endless clubs, filled with hopes about the night ahead. This beautiful city is famous for a variety of cultural treats: the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, Pompidou Center, and so much more. As well as all of this delightful culture, those of you that love the buzz of a night out will be pleased to hear that Paris is the hub of France's nightlife. And with over 4,316 bars to choose from, you can guarantee there is a little bit of something for everyone. Students and partygoers will be keen to know that there is an eclectic range of pubs and clubs throughout the city, including such huge names as La Locomotive, Batafar, Chez Castel, and La Montana. You're in for the time of your life if you actually manage to get your foot through the door at these upper-tier clubs. The video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot for us to continue bringing this type of content here. Until the next video.